Hello, I'm Leroy Garcia, and this is Blu-ray and Gallery Podcast. Today we're going to do a walk-along with the opening of Robin Jones' latest show, The Mother Tree. And welcome, Robin.
Thank you.
And we're standing in front of her signature painting for this show. I was telling I noticed a lot of owls floating around in your paintings. So tell us a little bit about the title and what this is all about.
So the title of the show comes from a book that I read last year called Finding the Mother Tree by Dr. Suzanne Smart. And she did this groundbreaking research that's really changed the way that the world basically views forests. She discovered that trees communicate in this vast underground network of what's called mycorrhizal fungi. And between species, not just with their own species, but they're all communicating and they're passing nutrients and warnings and, just an amazing example of community and cooperation.
So subterranean ecosystems?
Yeah, it's all underground fungi. It's this enormous network in forests. And so I just saw it as a kind of a beautiful example of interdependence and cooperation, community, and you expand that out, to the vast interconnectedness of everything on the planet, So I really was inspired to do a body of work based on, this book that was so inspiring. So a lot of the paintings are kind of forest, as this one is, forest-based, or creatures that other species, humans, non-humans that are in the forest, but really celebrating. I wanted it to be kind of a celebration of interconnectedness, interdependence, and I really wanted to create a show that gives some hope,
Especially these days, right?
Especially now, because our world is so, I think, traumatized. There's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, climate change being one, of many things that, stressors and,
Well, growing up in New Mexico, our forests are beautiful, but they're more scattered.
Yeah.
Versus like rainforests, when I lived in Seattle, you can see how that could be all interconnected.
Yeah.
Even more so in like rainforest areas.
Yeah, and Dr. Samard is from British Columbia.
Is that why? Okay.
Yeah, and so she was studying the Pacific Northwest, specifically up in BC, and she's a professor at University of British Columbia. So yeah, she was studying those rainforests.
So
they're amazing, and those big old trees. So the mother trees are the biggest, oldest trees in the forest.
Right.
And they're, like an old growth forest.
Yeah.
And they're sending out more of everything to everybody else, and kind of the linchpin of the the forest community.
I think that's pretty cool observation.
Yeah.
So I've never seen owls in the wild until a couple years ago, and one flew. Me and my wife were in the hot tub, and this huge owl just flew right over us right at dusk, and landed on the neighbor's parapet and stood there looking at us for a little while. But they're such wonderful birds.
They're amazing. They're amazing. I know. I used to see them all the time on Vashon Island up off the coast of Seattle. Yeah, they're powerful.
Well, the native community, they're messengers.
Yeah.
The messengers of death or life.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
They're spiritual.
They're very spiritual.
Beings, and I love them. So they're all over this show. I just went.
So tell us
crazy.
a little bit about the type of owls you're putting here, because there's different owls.
Yeah, there are mostly. I have 3 barn owls here. So this is called the Mother Tree, or Finding the Mother Tree, based on her book. So this obviously forest. I wanted something, obviously the forest. I wanted a girl climbing a tree. I wanted her to be looking directly at the audience, and whoever's viewing it can have their own ideas about what she's thinking and what's happening here. But there are 3 barn owls. One's kind of going off to the side. And there's metal. So there's 3 different types of metal leaf. This is white gold. On this side, gold. And then this is white gold for the moon. And then I use titanium leaf, which is super cool. It's darker than white gold to really just give a pattern to the moon. So it's my homage to Dr. Samart's work, and all, empowering to little girls, climbing trees and being in nature and being fearless. And
That seems like a common theme for Robin Jones.
it is. I know. It always is.
It is.
Empowering girls. And
I was watching the last episode that we did and talking about the horses and the freedom with the girl in the program and stuff. So tell us a little bit about this owl painting.
Oh, yeah. So this is an eagle owl. And I think they're the biggest species of owl. They're humongous. Like I thought about doing a really long painting but their wings are like incredibly long. So I wanted the girl to be mimicking the owl, kind of what the owl's doing. And this is called Practicing in the Raging Fire, which actually I took the title from Roshi Joan Halifax, who's the local abbot at Upaya Zen Center here. She's incredible. She did this beautiful talk called Practicing in the Raging Fire. And so I kind of stole the title and based a painting around my idea of what that was. Mm-hmm. So it's like the interconnected. So they're literally interconnected with this gold, kind of gold rope or necklace or whatever you want to read it as. And just again, I wanted to create obviously empowerment, energy, hope,
Something I really enjoy about your work is the softness of the faces that you paint.
Oh.
They're very soft.
Yeah, thank you.
Very beautiful. Well done.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and this angle was particular. I wanted to challenge myself because that is not easy.
Is that hard?
That was not easy. That's foreshortening.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Let's talk about another owl painting over here on this side.
Oh, yeah. Which one? The triple owls?
Well, we can do triple.
We can
do both. Let's do both.
Oh, yeah. So this one, these are little forest owlets. They're so cute. I wanted to just do...
Into the smaller format owl?
Yeah, they're little and obviously not in proportion with her. But I just wanted to do a really, fun, kind of, they make me laugh. Mm-hmm. So, I've got those three. And she's from the Amazon rainforest, so she's indigenous of the Amazon. And these little guys are, found in Central South America. So
really cool.
Yeah,
I was shocked at the size of the owl because that was like a 6 foot, 7 foot wingspan. It was huge.
Oh,
it was big.
What is that?
I don't know.
It's like a great horn.
It's a great. It was
the thing.
Yeah,
that's what this is actually.
This one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As we segue over to this one, this is great horned owl, and I kind of I had this idea of doing like the horns of the owl with her with her ponytails, kind of up like that, and then just again the interconnectedness kind of idea. This has a bit more kind of Zen. You want to call it?
I know you notice you have a lot more paint material on this as well, more texturous.
Yeah, there's a lot of texture in the owl. Yeah, I was trying to work with.
I like that.
Thank you. Yeah, and kind of bringing the owl texture and the feathers kind of over to her. So they're kind of blended. It's called We Inter-Are, which is, I think, a phrase coined by Thich Nhat Hanh about interconnectedness. And again, there's the titanium leaf in the moon with the white gold leaf, and then the gold leaf everywhere else.
Well, it's beautiful. And there's a total of, I think, 7 owl paintings in this or so.
Yeah. I know. I kind of went crazy with that.
Well, this is another owl here.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, this is an owlet. So she's
a small owl too.
Yeah, they're tiny. This is probably not in proportion with. Actually, it could be in proportion. I'm not sure if they're that small, but this is called sapling, and this idea that she is the sapling. She's the young tree, kind of coming out. And in the forest, part of the forest, with the little owlet flying in there. Yeah.
So besides owls, there's other birds or avian creatures, as we call them, as well. This one stood out to me a lot. The raven.
Yeah. Well, I love ravens, and obviously they're all over New Mexico, and we live with them and see them every day, and I am in awe of them, their beauty and their power, and they're huge.
Very smart too.
They're huge, they're not this big, but they're super smart, live a long time, really connected to their mate and to family, and Again, I was just envisioning like a lot of these, just this intertwining of beings, you know. And then I experimented with a little, I love this, it's cadmium yellow pale.
Oh, the
And
yellow.
this color mixed with some white. And I was kind of experimenting with, because I love that as a kind of it creates a glowing kind of quality to the background. And then this is white gold. But yeah, again, just that. And I just wanted to create energy, interconnectedness, power, in both the beings.
I have a funny story about Raven. When I lived in Taos, I lived on a golf course, but we were like 5 acres away from the golf course. When you go outside and we find golf balls. Because the ravens are picking up the golf balls because they thought they were eggs. And then dropping them.
Just moving around.
Very, very intelligent creatures. I would say.
They're amazing. They're amazing. I think I have other ravens. Yeah, I have another raven over here.
Yeah. And then, was this like a parrot? Or?
They're called galas, and I think they're only in, should I come over here? They're only in Australia. This is a more Australian kind of theme.
Are they endangered species over there?
They are actually doing better, and I partially included them. They're in a couple of paintings because their populations are actually increasing.
Oh, nice.
And I wanted to do paintings about hope and the positive things happening on the planet. So, their populations are increasing, and they're doing well. And I just love, they're just such a beautiful, just the color of them is just so beautiful.
And again, I like the textures that you're getting with the paint surface.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, feathers are really hard.
Yeah, you're getting good at it.
I'm getting better.
They're fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, and then we have this one here.
Oh, yeah, this one. So she is obviously meditating. I actually started this one with a bird. It's a great egret. And they're just super cool. And,
That's kind of larger format bird.
Magisterial. Yeah. Their wingspan, again, is huge. And just the white, her and kind of
There's like a soft transition, like the other painting. You have a really nice soft transition.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, and just very peaceful, meditative, contemplative energy, know. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
There's some more ravens here.
More ravens. Mm-hmm. Yep.
With the dragonfly, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, this one. Well, this actually came from a poem. It's a beautiful poem by a climate activist. She's Pakistani-American, Aisha Siddiqa. And it's called, what is it called? It's on another panel about climate. They asked me to sell the future, and all I've got is a love poem. And that's the title of this poem I heard on a climate podcast. And it was so striking. It's a beautiful poem. So I wanted to create a painting based on the poem. The two girls, I wanted them both to be looking at the viewer. Either one of them could be like the voice of the poem, the voice of the narrator, or you could see them as the future generation that's being talked about. There's two ravens, forests again, dragonflies. I love dragonflies. So,
was there a significance to the dragonfly in the middle?
No, I just
just tied it together.
Yeah, I just and dragonflies obviously are found in forests. So, and there's also, because I've kind of been getting into a little bit of my own Celtic heritage. Nice. And Celtic, for lack of a better word, Celtic paganism, and that earth-based practice. So there's a little bit of Celtic pagan witchy thing going on here as well.
That's cool. Yeah. Goes with the ravens. And then on this one, this is one of the that's not bird oriented. Right?
It's probably one of the only ones. Maybe.
And this is a whale, because you've done whales before.
Yeah, I love whales, and I miss the Pacific Northwest. So I was really missing the ocean, and again, interconnected, together. Energy, it kind of tied in with everything else in that way. And again, I'm using I love this light, pale light, yellow, cadmium. But that's, missing the ocean. Well, this, so I did a Tara, this is green Tara. I did another Tara last year. There are 21 Taras in Tibetan Buddhism, and green Tara is probably maybe the best known, green Tara, white Tara. So this is my version of green Tara, who basically embodies action, swiftly coming to the aid of those who are suffering, bringing compassion, empathy. So she's very active. And also the green Tara, she's associated with the natural world since she's green. So
this is one busy painting.
I know there's a lot going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on here.
I know.
I love the mixture of the birds, the dragonflies, the flowers.
And these are Himalayan rose finches. They are so beautiful, and they actually are this color. They're like
really tiny.
Yeah, they're
tiny
tiny and they're vibrant pink and red. This is the male and the female. There's some dragonflies that are found in Southeast Asia. Again, the cherry blossoms that I love, and this is just a bit of the Himalayan mountain range. Just kind of starting here.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember. This is a specific mountain, and I can't pronounce it. So,
well, I love the detail in the robe and just the flowers.
Thank you. That took a while.
I can imagine.
That's a lot of patience that I normally don't have. So
yeah,
it was like a meditative.
Well, we always
exercise.
get a little bit of Tibetan from you.
That's right.
Right?
I love the Tibetans. I love them. Yeah, and she's fierce. She's like, she's fierce, but she's compassionate. She's straight on, staring at the viewer. Her hands. I just loved her whole, her whole vibe, her whole
that's awesome.
way of being. Yeah, thank you.
I think I have a granddaughter, and she really loves your work. And I can see she feels empowered by it.
Oh, sweet, she does. Aww.
So she'll inherit a Robin Jones or two.
That means a lot.
Yeah, let's talk about this
cool.
one.
So the similarities in that they're both Tibetan girls. She's got traditional Tibetan clothing, and it's called Freedom Mandala. And I really wanted to create, I've wanted to do a dandelion painting forever. And so and they make perfect mandalas. They're just,
And everybody loves to blow a dandelion.
Yeah, I know. It's fun. It's super fun. And they're beautiful. So I did a big mandala of a dandelion behind her. She's holding dandelions, and the seeds are, because they're travelers, dandelion seeds will travel far. Just symbolizing for me freedom and, movement. And also one of my probably my favorite painter who's influenced me the most is Hung Lu, and who just passed a few years ago. And she did a lot of dandelion paintings. So I wanted to do a dandelion painting also in homage to Hung Lu.
I think it's fantastic. I love the detail on all the robe. It's just beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Something else about this show that's a little bit different. There's more change from panels from the aluminum to wood.
Yeah.
And why did that happen?
It kind of naturally happened. I mean, some of them, like the earlier ones, are on aluminum, and then I think I did one on wood, and I really love these panels. They're pre-made. They're very well made, and there's something about the wood that's a little. It gives a little softness to the work. It's still allows a lot of detail.
Maybe that's what I'm noticing in the faces. There's a lot softer.
Yeah, that might be what it is. So I was really experimenting with kind of softening everything, a bit. So I like that quality in the wood, and I will go back to. I love aluminum too. I love that. Those hard lines, and
Well, keep on keeping on in this trajectory. I like both of them as well. I'd like to thank Robin Jones for coming in today and giving us a preview of her show. You can see her show online. We have also catalogs if you want to call, and we can mail you one right away. I also want to encourage you to go visit our online store where you can find tons of Robin's products. Latest bag, little tote bag. Ta-da!
That's cute.
And you can sign up to our podcasts on any platform or go to blueraingallery.com under the menu bar podcast. Thank you.
Thank you, Leroy.